so I just want to go ahead and say that straight away. But I think it's really important for me to talk about because it's a big life change that I'm about to make, and I don't know how it's gonna go or how it's gonna make me feel. And I'm kind of nervous about it, but I just wanted to let everybody know what the heck is going on. And I'm very excited about my hair. I will show you guys in another video what the full product looks like, but I just feel like shit. So that's why my hair is up and just like I just can't deal with it. I can't deal with it today. So today is going to be a girl talk video. Now, if you are a boy watching this, it may not be for you. It may not be for everybody, and that's totally okay. Just to start off, I'm not a doctor. I am not a healthcare professional by any means whatsoever. But I just wanted to share with you guys my experience with my feminine health. So, it's probably like a TMI video too. So like if you're not interested in TMI related stuff, just go ahead, click on out, and you can, check in at another time with me on this channel. But so I was having this issue of like burning sensation and I just felt like things were off down there, and I haven't been sexually active in over a year, and I knew it wasn't related to that, but normally I don't really have problems, so I, did over-the-counter kind of treatment stuff for that just to guess what it was, and that wasn't working. So then I came home, drove 6 hours to come home, and went to the gynecologist, and they thought it was a yeast infection, treated me for that, and then I still had the same symptoms. So I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? You would think you could trust your doctor, who is a certified gynecologist, and on the website of the place that I go to, there were 4 people at the top of the page that had the highest ranking, and she was one of them. So I'm like, what the hell? And she's not the one that I normally go to, because the one I normally go to is really hard to get into. And this was not an annual appointment, so it was I can't just go to her. So that was frustrating, and so I go to this holistic chiropractor person, and he is all about overall wellness of the full body, and he doesn't just crack your spine and call it a day. He cares about your health and your wellness and you as an individual. He is amazing. I love him so much. And he is all about naturally treating things. And just to show you an example, I have so many of these bottles of stuff, and on the back it's different roots, sarsaparilla root, wild yam root, licorice root. So ingredients that typically come in a tea form, but it is these supplements that help you with different concerns. So what he does is it's this, it seems like voodoo magic, to be honest, but I trust him with my life. He is incredible. So he makes you hold your hands down on different vials of things, and he touches different parts, your heart, your reproductive system, your gut health, your everything like that, all of your body's systems. And once you touch these different vials of stuff, you go weak to them, and you're either strong or you're weak to them. So that's how he knows. I'm not gonna explain it in super depth because it's kind of hard to explain, but just know that it does work, and it's more effective than going to a doctor, in my opinion, because I've gone to doctors and they just don't seem to treat the actual problem. They just treat the symptoms. But what he does is he cares about every aspect of everything, and he wants to prevent things from happening. And he's also good at treating things too, naturally. In short term, also he doesn't want you to be hooked on pharmaceuticals and just like stuff that shouldn't be happening. And he was like, absolutely, your birth control can cause this. So my gynecologist told me it wasn't, but that's actually what it is. Like, it made me so furious that like I can't even trust like a regular doctor anymore, because like they don't care about you as an individual. They just care about like, I don't know what the fuck they care about. I'm just mad. Like, he has my well-being at heart, and he's patient with me. He listens to all of my concerns. I never feel like I sound crazy around him. It's good. But with these doctors that I've been to, like I've been to like 4 different gynecologists in my life. I've been to like 3 different primary care doctors, and a lot of them seem to like, they act like they care, but they really don't. Like, they're like rushing, and I just don't think that that's a good patient approach. But like, I guess they're busy, whatever. So basically, he suggested that I go off of birth control, and that is gonna be like a video series that like I'm gonna do either on like my main channel, probably not though, I'll probably just do it on here. Sorry, my nose. Y'all, my allergies are so bad in Georgia, it's like ridiculous. Sorry about that. So, I need to go off my birth control, because what is happening is it's affecting my cardiovascular health and my circulation, and that's not okay. And that actually really did scare me, and it definitely was a wake-up call, because I know birth control can cause blood clots, but like for my doctor, like Dr. G, the guy that I go to, like, that was concerning. Like, he is the most calm, cool, collected, chill, relaxed, laid back person, and he is very good at what he does. But you know, whenever he's like actually super, super, super extra concerned, because his tone of voice changes and he gets like very worried for you. And he's like, your heart health, because of your birth control and your excess of progesterone hormones that this birth control is pumping you with, is affecting your heart health. And I'm like, shit, like I don't want that. I don't want to get a blood clot. And I felt like my like carotid arteries were like, I kept telling my mom, I'm like, I feel like I have to like massage it, because it like is bothering me. And like, that's connected scared, I'm grossed out, because I've just been so long without one. I've been going so long without one that, like, it's scary to me. It's like getting it for the first time again, like having a period, you know? And it's just gonna be a new journey for me, I guess. And, you know, I actually think it's gonna be wonderful, because I'm going to get more in tune with, like, my divine feminine side of myself. And I've been saying for so long, like, oh, like, please, like, I really want to, like, feel like a woman. And I feel like I'm like a little girl still, but I know that's not true. Like, I'm 22, but like I still don't feel like an adult woman. And like I've always wanted to feel like an adult woman, so I feel like just adding like my natural cycle that, you know, God gave me, the earth gave me, like I feel like that's a good step in the right direction for me personally, to start feeling more empowered in myself as a feminine being, and to not view this stuff as gross or nasty or bad, and, you know, just start feeling better again, and embrace the cycles and embrace the nature of that, you know. I was watching like some spirituality girl talk about like her period, but she calls it a moon cycle, because like back in the day, women's cycles were in alignment with the moon cycle, like new moon, full moon, and everything like that. And it's like a time for women to like retreat, and apparently you're more like psychically in tune and like more spiritually tapped in during that time. Like historically, y'all, my allergies are so bad. Oh my god. I just feel like a mess. But my point with saying that about the moon cycle is that I think it's actually going to be a very like meditative thing for me, and I already feel like a new person, like knowing that this is my next step in my life. And like the haircut just like reaffirms everything, which sounds crazy, but like I just needed a change. I needed something to turn over and to switch up, and like this is exactly